we get started, I'd like to briefly explain an energy point chakra spread. Cards on the left are the unconscious inner self. Card in the center is the heart. And the 3 cards on the right are the conscious foreself. The card on the bottom left is the base of your spine. It's a combination of things from past lives to tragic or cherished childhood memories up to the present. We're always culling and bringing new things into our lives and evolving. That's why I'm calling it sourcings and urgings instead of foundation. The second card up is your pelvic or sacrum. And this is awakening or arousing. This is where your spiritual awakening is and growth of all kinds and includes your sexual prowess. This can be a cosmic life breath. The cosmos has natural laws that live in harmony, but we don't always live in harmony with them. Top left-hand card is the solar plexus, or what I consider sensing and feeling. This is where you get those gut feelings about something when they're right or wrong. This is also a universal life force contrary to a cosmic life breath. This is where chaos ensues in our lives. The center card is the heart of the matter or the situation. We're always asking questions. Why did this happen and what's going to happen next? The heart of the matter must connect with the unconscious and the conscious, so we can leave our shadow self in the dust. Another Jungian reality here. And maybe have more of an understanding of what's happening in our lives. The card on the bottom right is the throat, or what I consider communicating and teachings. It has to do with how we accept the rules of society and how we live our life. Are you living a conservative, orthodox life or more of a new wave, do what you want kind of life? The second card up is the third eye, or seeing or envisioning. It's more of bringing things from a linear to a 3-dimensional perspective. The third eye is our pineal gland in the center of our brain that's activated by light. So this can also be considered enlightenment. The card on the top right, the crown, are knowing and understanding. You can have a lot of knowledge, but if you cannot apply this knowledge wisely, it's not wisdom. In the past, I used to pull a hidden Rider-Waite card as I was doing the readings. But for logistic reasons, I'm going to be pulling all of the cards at once and then putting these clarification cards alongside each of the main cards as I'm telling the story of the reading. The subtitles will direct you through this so you don't lose track of what's going on and where I'm at and what card I'm reading. And then on the left, I'll be putting a past card. And on the right, I'll be putting a future card. And then underneath, there'll be a Doreen Virtue Messages of the Angels card. And on with the readings. Hi there, Sagittarius. As noted in planetary introduction, 5 planets are retrograde at some point in time in Berlin. This energy is causing discord, disagreements, arguments. And with Mercury going retrograde, I believe, 9th, it will also be causing misunderstandings. And Venus has been retrograde and will be until Midland. This has been wreaking havoc with relationships. And each sign has been finding different ways to deal with this so that they can suitably progress. But for your spread, it doesn't seem like it's going to impact you so much. Let's go into the reading. The card on the bottom left for your sourcing and urgings for the base of your spine is the world. You completed a journey, a cycle, and it's an ending and new beginning. Lessons have been learned from the long road that you traveled through the major arcana cards, and new seeds are planted for unconscious and conscious mind, body, and spirit. It's time to realize the bounty of your learning and changing. It's time to rest and move on to your next challenge, and not forget that you have to share the knowledge that you acquired. The presence of the world symbolizes development, fulfillment, and achievements. Saturn oversees the world card. and it's more like a harvest of completion. The word Saturn in Latin means to sow seeds, and now you've sowed seeds of happiness and success. And I think you've earned overwhelming accolades because the Three of Cups is the clarification card. It's a card of celebration. It's time to let your hair down and say, yeah, we accomplished something. There was trials and tribulations on the road going towards the world, but you says, what the hell? Life is like that, and you just shrugged them off. And the card for the pelvic and sacrum, for awakening and arousing, received the Six of Swords. This is a card about moving on. But I don't think you're moving on like escaping or fleeing. It's more like you're just finding calmer waters. A place where you can rest and think and recharge your spiritual batteries. Think about your future personal growth and nurture your sensual and sexual self. Clarification card is the magician. He manifests something from nothing. The world is under his control. He's hardwired into some kind of source of human existence that's conjured up by just his pure willpower. He's a representative of Mercury, a planet of communication, and he brings rhetorical messages that transform the energy of ideas into substance. Now that you've moved on with the Six of Swords, you're building with the magician. Because you also have the end of the cycle with the world. It's time to start anew. But up in the solar plexus, you have the Six of Cups and the Three of Swords. The Six of Cups is about memories, childhood memories. It can also be about somebody from your past walking into your life. With the clarification card of the Three of Swords, something happened. It was the heartbreak card. You've got an achy, breaky heart. Usually about severing ties with people or things that you dearly loved. And I believe something happened within the last couple years that really hit you hard. It's been smoldering inside you, and you have an injured heart. Every day you think about this person or thing, and that's no longer in your life. You haven't made any resolution about it. Now the center card, for the heart of the matter, the situation, is the Chariot. He's about moving forward, transportation. And for some things, maybe it's time to move forward a little bit. But he's also about discipline and strength of willpower, which connects over to the magician and his willpower. But he's looking for more of a spiritual evolution or seeking a spiritual awakening. He wants to overcome opposing forces with confidence and control. And what's most important in the presence of the Chariot is having self-control. Clarification card is the King of Cups. He's the apex of emotions and love. He's molten lava inside, but he can be fairly stoic on the outside. He's one card that can smooth injured emotions. And I have a feeling this means that you're going to see somebody. You're going to take a trip. It might just be a block away. It might be across town. It might be across the country to go see somebody that you care about. And this person is going to help smooth your injured emotions and open up your understanding for the loss that you have. You've been trying to make some sense out of this all and make some resolutions and resolve some of these high intense emotions that you've had recently. The card on the bottom right for the throat for communicating and teaching, the Ten of Cups. It's the rainbow of cups that allows you to glimpse heaven. There's been a lot of storms before the rainbow came out. It's telling you now that the struggles are over. It's a card of happiness, stability, comfort. But the one requirement this card has is that you have to live a simple life and accept simple things. A complex life is never happy. And you've reached some emotional or loving connection somewhere because the clarification card is the Two of Cups, the mini lovers card, the card of unions, emotional bonds, sexual attraction, balance, respect, and harmony in relationships. Also about reconciliations and healing. And maybe this is even something about meeting a kindred spirit. For the third eye, for seeing and envisioning, receive the Judgment card. This can be about accountability for your behavior and maybe other people's behavior. It can be about forgiveness. Grace is actually unconditional forgiveness that we don't see often in life anymore. And you have to start not only forgiving other people for their indiscretions, but you have to forgive yourself. This is also about rebirth. It's the phoenix resurrecting out of the nest. The clarification card is the Emperor. And to me, it's saying that you're now taking control of your life. The Emperor regulates his empire with words and rules, and you're now setting some boundaries for yourself and other people. Now for the Crown, for your knowing and understanding, you receive the Queen of Wands. She forces you to look at where you came from, where you're at right now, and where you're going, and associate it to consequences. Every decision has a consequence. It's also reminding you to not be tricked into impatience and to mellow out and don't become annoyed by small irritating things. It reminds you to become a pillar of strength with undistracted calm, because she's a seer of ambition, determination, growth, and inner strength. The clarification card is the Seven of Cups, the card of difficult decisions. Every cup holds a poison or a prize, and you're not sure which one to choose and which one to lose. This card forces you to analyze your level of happiness and to conduct some soul searching. It bounces off the Queen of Wands card because she has you think about your past, present, and future, but this card also requires you to think about what you really want in life and what your purpose is in life and what will make you happy. The past card is the Eight of Wands, sudden change. It's also saying the struggle is over. It's a high energy card that's propelling you forward. About the inner you and finding your higher self. Like everything's falling into place all of a sudden. It's like maybe your cell phone didn't work for a week, or didn't work well, and all of a sudden every call is going through. Doors are swinging open for new opportunities, and this can also be a card about messages. Maybe some kind of messages are coming to you. The future card on the right is the Five of Wands, the conflict card. But it's more about a skirmish of the meaning of life from the conflicts in your life. This is an inner struggle. This card challenges you to the battle of cooperative change. And at this point, it really is within yourself. I pulled a clarification card for the future card, and you received the Strength card. It's about controlling with gentle discipline. And this is coming back to the Chariot. He wants you to have discipline and self-control. It's about restraining your worldly passions and advancing yourself towards a spiritual domain of enlightenment. He wants you to master your challenges and not have them master you. You really have to look within, especially when you're struggling in darkness within yourself. Now the Doreen Virtue card, messages of the angels, it says to help heal the situation, see the other person's point of view with compassion. The Strength card reminds you about compassion. There's some healing that has to be done here, and particularly with the Six of Cups and the Three of Swords. And it's the King of Cups that's the key to that. This is a person, maybe Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, not necessarily male or female, but there's a person that's going to talk to you and give you counsel, and it's going to make a lot of sense, and it's going to open up some doors of understanding. And I wish you acceptance, peace, and happiness.